Hey,
start.
what's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast. We are so glad that we're doing this again. And, with the response we received on the first one, we are really happy by the love and support you guys have showed us. And, it really gave us the confidence to go ahead and do this again. And yeah, we're back. This is your host, Pranav, and I'm joined by the lovely, pretty, as you can see, Simran. Simran, welcome
Yeah,
back to the podcast. It
thank
is
you.
there's a lot that has happened in the world of sports, and to
Yes.
start with, I'd like to give a big round of applause for Neeraj Chopra. He is the world number one javelin thrower as of today,
He
and
has made us proud. He
he
is making us proud and he has just started.
Yeah, absolutely. He's made us proud. He did make us proud in the Olympics itself. But then
Yes,
having
exactly.
to win consistently and be at that level, it takes a lot of balls. It takes a lot of consistency. It takes a lot of relentlessness from himself to make sure that he's at that level and he doesn't. Sometimes it happens. When you reach at that level, people tend to become cocky. They're like, "Ha, ho gaya." I've worked 4 years
Exactly,
to reach this
exactly.
level. I've attained it. Now I'll slack. But I don't think that was the
Yeah,
case with him. He just kept going, and now because of what he did at the World Athletics Championship, it's made him the world number one. So huge round of applause for that.
exactly.
Let's move on to what we actually discussed from last
Yes.
podcast. I absolutely fumbled. मैं तुझे सच्ची बता रहा हूँ, मैंने हक दिया है ये सारी predictions में. I went with Man United thrashing Nottingham to Man United barely scraping for a win,
Yeah,
but all credit goes to Bruno Fernandes. In that game, he played like he upped his game. I feel. I think when the responsibilities of that captaincy fell onto his shoulders,
captain.
he legit took that captaincy ka responsibility, and he took it on himself. Ki I have to turn the game around, and he actually did. All credit goes to Man United to fight it up, against Nottingham. Um, the biggest prediction I hugged was, I think, on Brighton versus West Ham. I thought Brighton is going to
Yes,
smash West Ham, given the two games they won previously. Yeah, ये game went out of Brighton's way. West Ham took that confidence of beating us to go on to beat them, and
yes.
they beat them, I think, 3-1, which was unexpected completely. And another game, I thought Liverpool versus Newcastle, when Newcastle scored the first goal with Anthony Gordon being, coming from Everton, and being an Evertonian fan and all of that. I thought when he scored that goal and that celebration he did, I thought they won it. It goes on till the 80th, 83rd minute where Darwin Nunes comes on, he scores the first goal, and then the crowd goes. Nunes scoring the second in the final minutes of the game just turned everything around for them. It's a huge boost for Liverpool. Even though they were 10 man, one man down and playing with a 10 man, 10 man game, it they just managed to pull it off, and that's Liverpool. They've done that over the years. So, yeah, I thought Newcastle might hold Liverpool to like a 1-all draw, but again, I lost to that. And another prediction that I made was Arsenal versus Fulham. For crying out loud, I thought Arsenal was going to win this, but they've conceded in the last three games. I read somewhere they conceded a goal in the first minute of each game. So they've always been 1-0 down within the first 10 minutes of the game, and then they have to like bounce back. This game ended as a 2-all draw.
Yeah.
Hats off to Fulham the way they played. Arsenal went 2-1 up, and then Fulham managed to score the equalizer and completely, you know, shut that off. So, I mean, kudos to all these teams, but really need to work on my prediction game. It really sucks. So I hope yours is better. Let's move on to you and see if
Mine
it's
was
better.
better. Yeah, mine was slightly better, but okay, let's start with Barcelona versus Villarreal. What I predicted was a 3-1 win for Barcelona, of course. And
Right.
yes, Barcelona did win, but what a match. what a thrilling match it was.
How is it?
In the the match started and Villarreal were just shooting cannons in the first few minutes. I was like, oh no, they are going to score. But sadly, it didn't happen. And then first, Barcelona got their first goal, obviously, with Gavi scoring and then dedicating it to Pedri, who is obviously injured. And then after Gavi scored, De Jong came in 3 minutes later. De Jong scored again, and it was 2-0 for Barcelona. And I was like, oh no, they are going to get away, and like it's going to be very easy for Barcelona now. But Villarreal, they showed so much of passion. They put everything in this game and they scored. And in the first half, the scoring was 2-2, right? With Foyth and Sorloth scoring. And in the first half, we couldn't keep our eyes away from the game for 1 minute because so much was happening, so much was happening. And then the second half began, and then in the first 5 minutes, Villarreal scored again. It was 3-2 with Alex Baena scoring, and it was crazy. But then again, I told you, right, last match, like Lewandowski hasn't scored and he will
Yeah,
score.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
And it
I
was,
told you,
oh,
like, yeah, and then first to Torres scores, Ferran Torres. He scores in the 60th minute. And after that, it goes downhill for Villarreal. After that, they are nowhere in position. They are fumbling everywhere. And Barcelona got the hang of it. And then after that, Leva scores a beautiful header. And then it was the game done at the 71st minute. After that, it was all on Barcelona. Like they were killing it. And then they could have won more. They could have scored two, three more goals. But their goalkeeper, Villarreal's goalkeeper, Jorgensen, he was the reason Villarreal just conceded
yes,
four goals because they started attacking from left and right and yeah, so that's what happened. And the next game, it was Sevilla versus Girona. As Sevilla lost the first two games, they were 0 points. I predicted a 2-1 win for Sevilla, but the opposite happened. It was a 2-1 win for Girona.
right.
And Sevilla are sitting at 0 points after three games at the bottom of the table. They have no points. All the other teams at least have 1 point, but they are sitting at 0 points right now. Sevilla struggled, and Girona started. Herrera scored the opening goal from a corner,
Right,
and then what happened was Sevilla did come back. They scored, and it was 1-1. But after that, Girona scored, and it was a good goal. It was a beautiful goal right at the top left corner, and they were done. I guess Alex Garcia, yeah, he scored it. He scored that goal. It was
right.
2-1, and the ball positions were somewhat equal only, right? And they were both the teams were working quite equally, but just Girona had the upper hand, and then that's what happened. Also, I'll also like to mention, as we know, the Women's World Cup happened,
Right,
and
yeah, yeah.
Spain won the
On the
World Cup.
World Cup, yeah.
So World Cup winner Olga Carmona, who is from Real Madrid, who is a Real Madrid fullback, she came to watch the match as she's from Sevilla.
Oh,
But
wow,
it
okay.
was a and but it was a disappointment for her as well. But yeah, Girona, they did exceptionally well, and Sevilla are at 0 points. But the most exciting match, I won't say exciting, I would say a disaster for the other team.
Right.
Atletico Madrid scoring 7 goals. Like I
Seven
don't even
goals?
need 7 goals. I don't even need to like say much about this game. Like the scoreline speaks for itself.
Right,
I predicted a 1-0 win for Atletico,
right.
knowing the way Atletico plays, right? They score one goal or two goal and then they park the bus. That's how they have always played. But this game, when they pressed on that accelerator, they didn't stop. They were going and going. We talked about Griezmann and Depay having a very slow start and them not being always present. Griezmann scored the opening and then Depay joined him with 2-0. And
Hmm.
then after that, Morata scored a brace. And you know what happened? When he scored the first goal,
Hmm.
all it was like a decision between was it offside, because Morata and offside, it's a love story, but it
Yeah.
wasn't offside. But they took like 2 3 minutes to check that, and Morata scored a brace. He was the man of the match. Crazy. And then it was joined by Molina, Correa, and Llorente. And it was a 7-0 disaster, a nightmare for Rayo Vallecano. I guess those players will want to forget this match, because no matter what, no matter if it's a friendly, no matter if it's just the starting of the league, whatever it is, losing 7-0 hurts a lot. You can ask the Brazil fans for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if any team is going through a 7-0 thumping at the early stages of any tournament, it really dents your confidence.
Exactly.
Your outlook towards how you want to play through the league, right? I can understand how the other team is probably facing, but kudos to Atletico Madrid and Alvaro Morata. But Morata he's one of those players. He's एक तो when he came to Chelsea, I genuinely thought भाई ये लोग ना transfer कर रहे हैं to embezzle money only, because
Huh.
that's how Morata has always
M-
been used, right?
Morata is like jumping from here and there, and like he's getting the money, and then he's going from other place to other place. So he's not a one club
He's
player.
not he's never, yeah, and for him to kiss a batch and all, though, it's like
That
I
is,
think
yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, it
It
can't
will
be
be a
worse.
PR nightmare.
Yeah, but it can't be worse than Romelu Lukaku kissing the badge every time, right? He's at some new club. So, um, I think kudos to Atletico Madrid. Actually speaking of Lukaku, genuinely wanted to dive into deadline day as we're coming closer to
Yeah, 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 yeah,
the window closing. I think this coming
yeah.
Friday. So uh, you know we'll just quickly talk about what all do you think
Okay.
might happen for Real Madrid, and if there is any hope, since Real Madrid has been flirting with Kylian Mbappe, and Kylian Mbappe also
Oh
doesn't even
God, just
you
please
know
end this.
I
End
think
this
the
saga.
flirting, I think the situationship that Kylian Mbappe and Real Madrid have, there's never any clarity on what they actually want from each other. uh, Kylian Mbappe wants to commit, but at the same time, his ex, being PSG, comes back around with a lot of more perks and promises. So, what do you think? Do you think by the end of the transfer window, do you think that might just happen with Kylian Mbappe coming to Real Madrid?
With only 2 days left for the transfer window to close, no, I don't think so. It's happening. You know, sometimes I feel Mbappe is taking that revenge on us, where he is like giving hope to the Real Madrid fans that I might come, with all the rumors coming in. And last season, it almost happened, right?
Yeah,
The
it
contract
just
with PSG was ending, and he has given a verbal agreement to Florentino Perez. And we were like, okay, he's coming. We literally celebrated. We literally posted like Mbappe is home, Mbappe is home. We have been a go
I
like,
saw a lot of videos pop up on
yeah, yeah, yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
with
yeah.
"Welcome to Real Madrid," and you know how Mbappe is doing all those tricks and scoring all those goals.
Exactly, exactly.
I remember that.
So I feel like with knocking them out in the Champions League and not bringing in Mbappe sooner, I guess he tried for Real Madrid and we didn't get him then. Maybe now he's just taking revenge. Like, you didn't want me then, you didn't get me then. Now you guys have to like wait, but I won't be coming. I feel it is like that. Real Madrid has given him a warning that if he renews with PSG, if because next season in 2024 his contract will be over with
Okay.
PSG, but if he renews, then Real Madrid will cut all ties with him, and like we won't even go after him no matter what. Real Madrid has given him a deadline for that. But
Hmm.
this season, I don't think so. We are going with Rodrigo, Joselu, and Vinny. Only three forwards. Can you imagine Real Madrid only having three forwards? It's a nightmare. It is a nightmare
I
with
mean,
Vinny also injured.
number of competitions Real Madrid is in, having
Exactly.
center forwards for that matter,
It's
it's not enough. You need more quality, you need more depth
it's
in that.
stupidity, right? It's
It
sheer
is.
stupidity.
I feel. I mean, but you know, Carlo Ancelotti probably has a plan in place. He knows where and when and how
He
to.
is, yeah, but Carlo Ancelotti also, it's like a divided mentality in our fans. Like half of our fans, they don't want him right now because Carlo Ancelotti, no matter how good he is in Champions League games, he isn't. His league records aren't very good.
Okay, that's surprising for you
So
to say. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, he's one of the only managers that got 100 points, 100 goals for Chelsea in the 2010 season. So he has a perfectly good record. I think probably in the Premier League, but in La Liga it could be otherwise.
yeah, in La Liga, in his first tenure also, he won the obviously he won us the 10th Champions League, the La Decima, which we had been waiting for the last 12 years to say. And he broke that deadlock that we were stuck in. And then we went on to win another three, four, now four, 14 Champions Leagues. But people think that he has an old style, and football has changed throughout the years. And Real Madrid is still playing in the traditional way, not like the other teams. They have, they have
Adapted to, yeah,
changed,
different,
adapted.
yeah,
They have
correct.
adapted, but Real Madrid is still playing in the traditional manner. And I guess our fans don't think that it will be good for us in the long run.
Right.
So let's see what's in store for us. Anyways, Ancelotti, after ending his tenure here, he will be going to Brazil. I guess he will be coaching the Brazil national team.
Yeah, yeah. He did sign up. I think Fabrizio Romano actually gave a here we go to.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He has signed.
but
So
coming back to the transfer saga, we hope Papa Perez pulls out the rabbit out of the hat and makes a big summer move for Mbappe.
if that
Uh,
happens, the football world will shake like out of nowhere. But I don't see that happening. Let's see
I mean,
if
let's hope. I
I
mean,
don't.
because that's what happens, right? With deadline day transfers. I mean, anything can happen. Phone
Anything
calls
can
are made at
happen.
the
Yeah.
11th hour, and teams manage to convince other teams for their main players that are in integral part of their squad and for the project for that season. कुछ भी हो सकता है यार कभी कोई भी Papa Perez can actually pull up the phone and make a few calls, pull out his checkbook, give a nice figure to it. PSG happy, Real Madrid happy, Kylian Mbappe happy. So it's a win-win-win for everyone.
Please come,
Let's
Mbappe. Please.
let's
I'm
hope.
begging you at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I hope too because he might bring something different to what Real Madrid actually need this season after losing out on
Yes.
Benzema.
And
Um,
since Vinny is also injured, and I guess his injury is a bit extensive than what we thought. I don't know
right.
for how long he'll be out. We are only with now Joselu and Rodrigo, so we need him. We desperately need him at this point.
Yeah, I can understand. I can totally relate to this. What do you think? Do you think any other big, signings, not for Real Madrid, but in the La Liga for anything, any movement that you've been seeing with when it comes to,
No, no, no. I guess everybody is done right now at
Fabrizio?
this point. I haven't seen any posts from Fabrizio about La Liga, or maybe I have missed them, but like right now, nothing is happening as such. Everybody is done, everybody is full packed except for us. So maybe we might turn Bellingham into a forward now,
Oh,
completely for this season.
I mean, you may never know it how things turn out, right? Bellingham actually played well for Dortmund in that pivot role, where
Yeah,
he played as that number 10 in the center forward. He did exceptionally well for Dortmund.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you can never tell, right?
We
How
can
this.
actually afford to do that because we are packed in the midfield. With Cruz and Modric still there, with Cruz and Modric still have that quality to give to us. and
Right.
Federico Valverde, Chouameni, Camavinga who can play in any position. So much so that there's been a trend going with Camavinga being put in
Yeah.
every situation, right?
Everywhere,
You have seen it?
everywhere. Even the referees doing Kamavinga.
Camavinga,
Yeah,
oh,
his
come
song
on,
keeps
come on.
playing. Yeah, yeah, I know. I've
So
seen
we
that.
can afford, yeah, yeah, we can afford to do that. But I just hope we stop playing the 4-4-2 formation. It's not working for us. And
Hmm.
we might be conceding a lot of goals if we, face a good team, a good attacking team.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. Perfect, perfect. That's at least it's good to know that teams have locked into their summer signings this season. When it
Yeah.
comes to the La Liga, when it comes to the Premier League,
Yeah.
and Chelsea for that matter, Chelsea are looking to reinforce themselves with. Um, I know they're looking at a number 10 role, predominantly
Okay.
because we've lost out on Nkunku and now Mudrik. They'll take a while for them to come back. Mudrik ke liye, Pochettino has mentioned in his recent press conference saying that we have to take it day as as the day goes by.
Hmm.
But when it comes to Nkunku, the closest that they look at him coming back is probably November end. So that's what they think, right?
Okay.
We're looking at someone to come in. Some of the few names that have popped up is Jadon Sancho, who's been a big boy, Chelsea fan since he was a kid. Um, so that's one. Ellie Smith Rowe from Arsenal, also another, number 10 that they're looking at. So काफी speculation hai, out of nowhere. I don't know why Man United is doing a favor for us to make it easy for us to let go of Mark Cucurella. They've actually initiated conversations with Chelsea in their first meeting
Oh,
on having
really?
to take Mark Cucurella there on loan for the season. I'll be very happy. भाई ले जाओ
Yeah,
मेरे
yeah, let him go. Yeah, yeah.
uh, मेरे को तो if I could sell him also, please take Marco Kurela. It's better than having him on the team.
But why haven't Chelsea tried to let go of Lukaku?
Chelsea actually did. It happened
Oh,
today. Actually, Chelsea let go of Lukaku. He's out on loan to AS Roma
okay.
for a season-long loan. He's
Oh,
playing for Roma now. So Jose Mourinho, made a few calls. I think he spoke to the Roma
he
president.
wants Lukaku?
Yeah, he actually does because Tammy Abraham is injured, so they need someone
Okay,
up.
okay, okay.
The director, sporting director, the owner of Roma, both flew out to personally meet the Chelsea board, discuss this transfer. They signed on a deal. I think he's taken 7 to 9 million pounds off the wage book for us for this season, which is absolutely amazing.
You manifested this,
So,
Pranav. You were like
so
wishing for this to happen.
Thank God Lukaku's gone. I mean, every Chelsea fan at this point, screw Chelsea, every other team that he's played for, be it Inter, be it Juventus, who's not even played for, but the fans would be absolutely ecstatic hearing the news that
Yeah,
Lukaku's gone to Roma. Roma's
yeah,
actually made it easier for us, and now Man United are looking to sign Cucurella. Bhai, le jao, take anyone you want.
yeah,
What
yeah.
I feel
People are
is,
doing you guys a favor.
yeah, actually, I mean, Arsenal did a favor of taking off Havertz, but can never tell, right? Havertz might just play and might just do well. Can never tell.
Me
But
being a like DFB fan, like Havertz,
he doesn't
he
fit that
doesn't
role. He
he doesn't
slows the game
excite
down, I
me.
feel.
He doesn't fit anywhere. I don't know like if I should say this, but not happy with him in the German national team. I
I
don't think
think,
any team will be happy with him.
but I feel, in the German team, he suits. I mean, he plays really well with Julian Brandt. इनका जो पार्टनरशिप है, I've seen them play together. They've been like brothers, for like the longest time. They since they played football
Yeah,
together. Uh, I think both of them complement each other very well. When you don't put both of them together in the German squad, something lacks somewhere. Someone doesn't know how to read the game.
yeah. At this
Uh,
point of time, yeah.
I
German,
people
the
as well.
German
The
German team
German women
is,
team also lost in the World Cup.
yeah.
They also got knocked out by an Asian team.
I tell you. it's been going a really rough few years for the German national team. Since they won the World Cup, it has been a downfall. After
Downfall. Yeah.
2014, I don't remember any good tournament or I don't remember any good run from the German national team. So that's sad. But anyways,
But you can never
I
tell,
guess
right? अभी कभी
that's yeah, yeah,
कुछ
yeah.
भी हो सकता है अभी. uh, Given any tournament, I think Germany is one of those big nation teams, right? So they might just do well.
I don't care about Germany right now. I just want Ronaldo to win the Euro again with Messi winning the World Cup. I just want Ronaldo to at least win 2 Euros just so they can match a little bit, just a little bit.
You know,
So there's that.
thinking of that, Ronaldo made a small country like Portugal feel like they're a big team. No one looked
Exactly.
at Portugal as one of those big teams. Like when you look at the Euros, you have teams like England, France, Germany, Italy, Spain.
Italy.
These are the countries that dominated European football, right?
Exactly.
Ronaldo made Portugal look like they're world class, and then of course
And
now with the
nobody
likes of.
talks about that.
Exactly, no one
And
gives him the
nobody
credit
talks
for it.
about
No one
that.
actually, no one does. But
Exactly. Everyone, like every Argentina fan or Barcelona fan, they are like just jumping and saying that Messi is the GOAT, he this and that. But they forget that Argentina has always been a big nation when it comes to football. They have won the World Cup without Messi. They have had Maradona do it for them. They have had good players all along, and they have qualified for, I guess, every World Cup tournament since they have started playing. But Portugal only qualified for 3 World Cups before Ronaldo joined them. Only three in their history. Can you imagine that? And
yeah,
after Ronaldo joined them, they have been qualifying relentlessly since then.
right.
So they don't give him obviously. And then Ronaldo went on to win the Euro with Portugal. And at that time, the Portugal team was nothing, if you remember. There
Yeah, they
were
didn't have any
at
big
this
players. They didn't
yeah.
with the likes of
Now the
Bernardo
Portugal team,
Silva and all. Yes,
yes, exactly,
Bruno
exactly. Bruno
Fernandes,
Fernandes,
Ruben,
exactly,
Ruben Neves, and
exactly.
Ruben Diaz also for
Ruben
that.
Diaz,
They
exact.
got good
So
quality players.
right now, the Portugal football team has quality. They have good players and they have, the chance to win. But at that time in 2016, it was nothing. People never predicted it, and he went on to win it just because of his mentality. But people don't give him enough credit. So I want him to win another one.
Yeah.
Just to,
So
remind people again that he is Cristiano Ronaldo. He is Cristiano Ronaldo.
yeah, I get that. I get that feeling. I can understand. When you were
And
saying
not to
Argentinian
forget, like we,
fans, I'm a Messi fan, so I can understand where that aggression is coming from.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And not to forget, like Ronaldo clearly influenced half of Europe to join him in Saudi League. Like
yeah,
that's
they
crazy.
call it the Ronaldo effect, right? Yeah.
That's crazy,
It's
right?
because of
Before
him.
that, we didn't even care about the Saudi league, and then Ronaldo joined, and everyone was making fun of his obviously. But people forget he was 38 years old when he joined, and it was okay for him to go. But then he said that Saudi league will be one of the top 5 leagues, and we were like, he has gone delusional. He has gone delulu. He has lost it. But
Right.
then this
And then
transfer
all of a
window, if
sudden,
we
the Saudis brought in the money, showed them the money.
they always had the money, no? They always had the money.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
with
that's why,
Ronaldo joining them,
right. I mean,
Ronaldo
that's
joining them,
probably. Sorry. Go on, go on.
yeah, but with Ronaldo joining them, it just made the way very easier. It was like, yeah, Ronaldo is there. Why won't we go there? It has been like it's a privilege to play in that league. So they all went. Even Neymar, when he was doing that interview for Al Hilal, right? He only said that, yeah, Cristiano only influenced this move for him to go join Al Hilal, which was really sad because he's just 31. But
Right.
yeah,
I mean, it's sad to see Neymar shift, but it's good for me because being a Mumbai City fan, uh,
yeah.
with Mumbai City going up against Al Hilal, bro, Neymar Pune आने वाला है Pune. He's going to come to
So you will
Pune.
be going, right?
I mean, if tickets are reasonable, the biggest upset is that when the fixtures came out, every game is on a Monday. So the game, um, in which Mumbai City play against Al Hilal is on the 6th of November. It is right before Diwali. Everyone has a
Oh,
holiday during that period. Now the tickets come
yeah.
out. It's going to be it's going to be
It's gonna be gone. It's gonna
extremely
be gone
expensive.
in seconds.
I think ticketing servers कोई भी जो भी पार्टनर्स है बुक माई शो हो गया या पेटीएम इनसाइडर हो गया या इनका डायरेक्ट वेबसाइट हो गया इज गोना क्रैश विद इन द फर्स्ट आई थिंक 5
Yeah, yeah. It is gonna happen. Lot of
11,000
Neymar
सीटर्स में
fans
से
in
9,000
India.
सीट तो बेच रहे हैं 9,000 सीट्स में तुम 9 करोड़ they'll earn 9 crores if they sell it at that at any rate, right?
आराम से, आराम से, आराम से.
So
And
I'm
like
just
we
saying,
need
like,
to have like stadiums with now with large capacities, right? It's time. It's high time if we want
it's
to.
sad. It's sad. A city like Mumbai does not have a stadium like of that quality of that structure.
Exactly.
Mumbai has. Mumbai doesn't. मतलब जगह ही नहीं है. They सिटी में जगह ही नहीं है. जगह भी मिलेगा तो गड्ढे खोद देंगे. So anyway, uh,
So, anyways, I guess today's
we
list of
we've done
agendas is
we've concluded with our podcast for today. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. It was an absolute pleasure talking to you, Simran. I think it's becoming easier for us to do this.
yes.
I think it's coming out naturally for us to, talk. And I hope one day if Chelsea play Real Madrid, so that banter also we can see that coming out.
Yeah, yeah.
If
If
we
they can qualify for the Champions League,
हाँ तो वो तो होएगा तो उसका टेंशन मत ले मिलेंगे बैंटर चालू हो गया
I
तो
would. Okay, okay, okay.
होल्ड हाँ सेव इट फॉर लेटर
Yeah,
ओके प्लीज
okay. For a few years, I guess. Okay, let's end this.
let's
Let's
move
end
on.
this.
So,
Yeah,
thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching this. Please, we really, really appreciate the likes, the views that you guys give us. I would humbly, humbly request you if you can please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. It will really help us. Like the podcast, comment if you feel otherwise. If you can relate to the podcast, please drop in a comment. We'll be happy to see what your thoughts are on the podcast, and if you think that we too can do something better, we'll be happy to see those feedback as well. As much
exactly.
as we enjoy doing this, thank you so much. This is Pranav from Kickoff Conversations, and join with the lovely Simran. Thank you so much. Take care, and bye bye.